हमारे नेक्स्ट क्लास में माइन इन्वायरमेंटल इंजीनियरिंग के नेक्स्ट क्लास में वी विल बी स्टडिंग spontaneous hitting. In the previous class we have already discussed about mine fire. In the previous classes we have discussed about the mine fire. In mine fire we have discussed fire triangle, fire extinguisher. In that previous class we have also discussed about the causes of mine fire. In that causes you have also discussed one important topic, that is spontaneous hitting. Means spontaneous hitting is one of the main factor for mine fire in any coal mines. So today we'll be discussing about the spontaneous hitting. First I want to know, do you have heard the name spontaneous hitting? Spontaneous hitting is simply a combustion. Means any carbonaceous material means that any material which contain carbon, it may be coal, cell or anything. If there is self-hitting of coal or any carbonaceous material without applying any external source of ignition, means you have not applied any source of ignition, if you have not applied any source of ignition to the carbonaceous material, then there may be chances of spontaneous hitting. So now today we'll be discussing about the spontaneous hitting, what is the basic meaning of spontaneous hitting. Then we'll be discussing the stages and in brief what is Graham's ratio. Now you can see here in this diagram you will be able to see spontaneous hitting. It is written spontaneous hitting. See what is spontaneous hitting. It is a process of self-hitting of coal or carbonaceous material without applying any external heat. Means it is a self-hitting, means we do not apply any external source, means we do not provide any source of ignition, we do not provide any fire, we do not provide any type of ignition material to burn the coal or any carbonaceous material. Carbonaceous material means the material which contain carbon. So this is called spontaneous hitting. Means spontaneous hitting means the process of self-hitting, means it will automatically hit it without applying any external heat. For example, suppose this is a coal pillar, and this coal pillar got oxygen from the fan. Suppose in a underground mines you will get the oxygen from the fan. When it come in contact with this, both will combine and there will be a oxidation reaction. There will be a oxidation reaction to form carbon dioxide and heat. See, coal contain carbon, I have written C. It combined with oxygen. Where this oxygen comes from the fan which we have installed on the surface that provide oxygen to the underground mines. And in open cast generally spontaneous hitting is not been able to seen because there is an open atmosphere, there is no chances of gases. So it generally spontaneous hitting is in underground coal mines and some of few also underground mines also. So when coal combined with oxygen, it form carbon dioxide plus heat. See, when oxygen is in excess amount, that's why it is written O2, it combines to form carbon dioxide and heat is released. Means when you visit any underground mines and you see a coal pillar, and when it did that coal pillar combined with the oxygen, what happens? There is a oxidation reaction, means both of these two combine to form carbon dioxide and temperature will rise, means the temperature of the underground environment will increase. And the same time when the coal combined with nascent oxygen, this is nascent, it is in a square bracket, it means less amount of oxygen, insufficient amount of oxygen, then it forms carbon monoxide and heat. The same thing happens, either carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide plus heat, when the temperature will rise. This process is called spontaneous hitting in coal mines. Generally it is spontaneous hitting or spontaneous combustion. Combustion means oxidation. So any carbonaceous material which get self-heated without applying any source is called spontaneous heating. Now we'll be discussing one important topic term called Graham's ratio. See, it is a ratio of carbon dioxide produced. See, this when these two combine, it form carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. So I have written it is a ratio of carbon dioxide produced to O2 consumed. See, coal is consuming the oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. So CO2 is produced and O2 is consumed. So what is the formula? Graham's ratio is written as in short form as GR, carbon dioxide produced by O2 consumed, or CO produced by O2 consumed. So now we'll discuss GR less than 0.5%. Suppose actually in underground coal mines we are not able to see the spontaneous heating, because it is impossible to see the spontaneous heating. We will be able to see the spontaneous heating when there is a active fire, means in the last stage we are able to see the spontaneous heating. So this ratio help us to know that there is a spontaneous heating in mines or not. See, suppose the value of Graham's ratio is less than 0.5%, suppose, then it means that there is no spontaneous heating in the mine. If the percentage is less than 1, it means there is a spontaneous heating, but it is in its initial stage. If the spontaneous heating GR is 2%, it means there is a spontaneous heating in its intermediate stage. And if the percentage is 3, means in the mine there is a active fire, means there is a fire. So this is called the spontaneous heating, and this is Graham's ratio. In the next class we'll discuss the Graham's ratio numerical and how to calculate the GR. Before that we will be discussing the what are the causes of spontaneous heating, and see we will be discussing the here we'll be discussing the stages of spontaneous heating. See, what are the stages? You can see the stages in the diagram screen. It is actually spontaneous heating is in 3 stages. First one is the initial stage, next one is intermediate stage, and the third one is active stage or the last stage. What happens in the initial stage? Initial stage you can recognize by 3 items. First one, faint haze. What does this means? Means there is a, if you go inside, there is a fainting type, means you will feel fainting, lagega you are fainting there, because of the production of heat and moisture deposition. And the next one is moisture deposition. It means in the roof of the coal you will be able to see the water droplet on the top side. It means that there is a first stage of spontaneous heating. Next stage is that the third one is gob stink, faint odor means smell, means when if you are able to smell burning of wood, if you will be able to smell the decaying of timber or wood, then it means that there is an initial stage of spontaneous heating. Or, and the fourth case is also there, if you will be able to see small insect like cricket and other small insects, if it is being found in the underground coal mines, it means that there is spontaneous heating in the first stage. If it is suppose now we will go to the intermediate stage, that is the second stage. In this stage, all the parameters which we have seen, all the symptoms which we have recognized in the stage 1 will be intensified, means you will be able to see more amount of symptoms that we have seen in the stage 1, means you will be able to see more water droplets on the top of the roof, more smell of burning of wood, timber, more small insect will be seen there, you will feel fainting type lagega. And the last stage you will be able to see smoke means when you burn a wood, there is in the starting in the starting burning stage, there is a smoke is coming out from that wood. After that their light comes, so that smoke will be there in the mines. It means that it is the last stage of spontaneous heating, means we are moving toward mine fire, and there will be smell of burning of wood in very high level. You will be able to smell everywhere the smell of burning of timber. These are the sign of symptom of spontaneous heating. Now, generally spontaneous heating occurs in a coal mines. Basically occurs in a coal mines. So what type of coal are more liable for spontaneous heating, means which type of coal there is more chances of spontaneous heating. See, some are the factors are there. First one is the presence of iron pyrites. If any iron pyrites, means FeS2, if any FeS2 is present in the coal deposit, there will be chances of more and more spontaneous heating. What? Because when iron pyrites comes in contact with oxygen, the coal will be disintegrated, means the coal will break in small pieces. If it will break in small pieces, more surface area will come in contact with oxygen, and there will be chances of spontaneous heating. Next one is the fresh exposed coal surface, means when you do drilling and blasting, the new coal face surface is generated. If you leave that fresh coal surface for a week or 2 week, what will happen? There is more chances of oxidation in that particular coal. So we used to do whitewashing on the coal, so that if you do whitewashing on the coal pillar, then coal will not come in the contact with oxygen. The next one, rank of coal. If the high rank of coal you are using, there is less chances of spontaneous heating. Why? Suppose you are using anthracite, it has high percentage of carbon, so there will be no chances of spontaneous heating. The next one, volatile material. What is volatile material? First, you know, during the during the formation of coal, suppose any organic material is there in between trees and decayed dead animal, dead man, person, that organic material is not converted into coal, that remain in between that coal deposit, and it is converted just like look like black color. So when you burn that coal, what happens there? It will release lots of gases. That gases is called volatile material, and also ash will be produced. So due to more volatile material and ash percentage, there may be more chances of spontaneous heating. Now, oxygen content. If the oxygen content will be more, there will be more chances of spontaneous heating. If the ventilation is very poor, suppose there is a sluggish ventilation there, then also there may be chances of more. If the Then the temperature will do not come down. If the ventilation is poor, then due to the spontaneous heating, the heat is released, that heat will not cool down, so more spontaneous heating will be there, and there may be chances of fire. In the same process, there are lots of, if the depth of the deposit, suppose the coal is at very high depth, more depth, then what will happen? There may be chances of more spontaneous heating, because coal found at greater depth are more soft. Suppose there is a geological disturbance in any coal deposit, that type of coal deposit are also more spontaneous, chances of more spontaneous in that particular scene, because of geological disturbance. Because geological disturbance weaken the deposit, weak कर देता है. So these are the factors which let you know about the which type of coal is more spontaneous to heating. Now next we'll be discussing about the causes of spontaneous heating, and prevention of spontaneous heating, and the numerical of GR, Graham's ratio. Thank you, student. If you have any doubt, you ask in the discussion forum. Thank you.